Steven Adams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Collison comes in for Ilyasova. Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Anthony Moore. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook.
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
Teletovic. And now a fast break for the Thunder. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
All indications, Greg, are that this game is going down to the wire. I mean, I'd be surprised, actually shocked, if it ended any other way.
Here's Terry. The Thunder making the shot. They set the screen. Three-pointer, Dellavedova. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
Yeah, unnecessary. I mean, make them earn those points from deep. Don't give them to them free at the line.
Taking 3 shots. And he's good on the second. And he nails the third.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
The Thunder have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Collison dishes to Payne. It's Oladipo on the wing. No good on that last second attempt there. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Milwaukee on top. They lead by 2. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And a moment now to hear from Steven Adams as he reflects back on a life growing up as the youngest.
So, like, the youngest over there has to do everything, like.
Hard to imagine growing up in such a huge family, but it sounds like maybe it prepared him for life in the NBA.
Yeah, got him outside of himself and toughened him up a little bit. No question about that. Wow, 18, that's mind-boggling.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Bucks.
Boy, they've come out of that locker room with a hot hand. Those jumpers have been falling for them.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
Payne out there with Robertson. Then there's Anthony Morrow, and then there's Steven Adams, and it's Collison in at the power forward position. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. Mitch McGary's checked in for Nick Collison. Plumlee, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Chris Middleton comes in for Antetokounmpo.
And just a solid start to the season for Teletovic last year. I mean, unfortunately, it came to a close prematurely as he was battling blood clots.
Payne kicks to McGary. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Now for Teletovic, he got the clots in early December, and Clark, fortunately, he made a full recovery.
Yeah, good to see him back. You know, Bosch's blood clot battle was more publicized due to his stardom, but Teletovic went through the same thing. It's a real threat to an athlete, and hopefully it's well behind him and he doesn't have to run that race anymore.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Westbrook's checked in, and Milwaukee also making a switch. Carter Williams, he's checked in for Jason Terry. Now Westbrook. And that's a foul called on Miles Plumlee. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Jabari Parker's checked in for Mirza Teletovic. And it's Westbrook missing.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Three-pointer, Dellavedova, and a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. Dellavedova's got 6 points.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
McGarry kicks to Westbrook. 5 to shoot.
And the Thunder had plenty of reason to be down last year because of the injuries. A big place that it hit them was on offense. They just were not the same absent, mainly Kevin Durant.
We were used to seeing the Thunder as a top offensive team, as you mentioned, Greg. Last season, they finished 18th, Clark, in field goal percentage.
And, you know, for context, that's the lowest they finished since their first year in Oklahoma, Kevin. Usually you can find them among the top 5 teams in the league when they're healthy.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Cantor comes in for Adams. And it's Ilyasova in for McGarry. Monroe's checked in for Milwaukee.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Carter Williams against Westbrook. Carter Williams, the pass to Parker. And stolen by Ilyasova. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. Milwaukee with the rebound. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Uncovered. And again, the Bucks miss.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
They get it back. The dish to Cantor. Ilyasova against Parker. Second chance shot. And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down to 5 on the bucket from Westbrook.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Dellavedova kicks to Monroe. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Monroe's got his second bucket.
I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
And he had the nice soft touch with it, too.
And first time out of the game called for Oklahoma City.
OKC. And what a double-double machine Greg Monroe is becoming. Top 6 for power forwards last season. Top 5 for centers. And his game is only continuing to evolve.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Oladipo's checked in. The Bucks also with the sub. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Chris Middleton. Greg, the thing about Monroe, we knew he was a prolific scorer and a rebounder when he was a 5-star recruit out of high school. So Clark, this is nothing new for him.
I think what you see, Kevin, is the added muscle coming into play and benefiting him. He's just an average athlete, but being stronger makes him more effective.
Thunder trailing by 7. Oladipo dishes to Cantor, feeds it to Ilyasova. Parker with the steal. Here's Dellavedova. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3. And here's Oladipo. 5 points in the game. Cantor with a screen on Carter Williams. Westbrook kicks to Roberson. Oladipo left side. Again, Oklahoma City.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Milwaukee leading by 7. Monroe outside. But they get it back. Here's Parker. Off target at the rim.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. A lot of ferocious dunkers in the NBA, but what could you say about Westbrook as maybe the top dunker right now on that list?
Well, the ferocity, the tenacity. I mean, he's almost angry when he takes it to the basket the way he does. I think that's part of what makes him so special.
Nick Collison's checked in for Oklahoma City. Payne comes in for Russell Westbrook. And then for Milwaukee, John Henson's checked in for Monroe. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Jabari Parker. And it's Terry in for Carter Williams.
And, you know, with Westbrook, it fits right in with how he plays. I mean, he is relentless when he goes at the rim and takes out any contact he felt on the way to get there.
Teletovic misses.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
Yeah, exactly. And I think they need to continue to press that advantage. They've got to get back to that. Don't go away from that. It's been working so well for them. Stay with it.
Oladipo misses.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that
Now into the lineup for your Thunder.
Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And there's the pass to Teletovic. From 13, the shot is off. On its way from Oladipo. An amazing shot, just barely beat the buzzer!
That is as big a shot as you are ever going to see.
And, guys, he wanted it. He desperately was begging for that ball and was dying to take that shot.
And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. Victor Oladipo putting in some incredible work. He had 12 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City. And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Oladipo. He has 12 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today. And I think everyone knew the Bucks would be much improved last season, but to see the jump into the middle of the playoff picture, I think that took everybody by surprise.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. The dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward. Carter Williams is the point with Middleton at the 2. And it's Monroe in at the 5, roaming the paint. Thunder trailing by 4. For the Bucks, their improvement, usually you see incremental progress. Even after losing key players, Clark, they shot up the standings.
And part of that, Kevin, was just growing as a team, coming together, and also improving the roster. Another part was that they were better than their record showed 2 years ago. Player development is part of the improvement.
Down low, here's Oladipo. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And Victor Oladipo with the elite athleticism and versatility to be a perennial all-star. We've seen the second-year phenom line up as a 1. He's played off guard. He's even played a little small forward in his time in the league.
And he has that quickness, length, and power combo to be a lockdown defender at all of those positions as well. So that's why he was the co-defensive player of the year coming out of college.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. D right on him. Kicks it down to Middleton. All alone. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 3 assists now in this one.
You know, back to Oladipo, he has a tremendously quick first step. Finished second in the slam dunk contest to Zach LaVine. Some dunks he's had in regular season play, downright nasty.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Parker. An easy 2 points on the layup. Parker's got 8.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Here's Westbrook. The kick out to Ilyasova. The wide open look here for Oladipo. Misses the 3.
And talking about Oladipo's explosiveness, we're starting to see it in his overall scoring as well. Had his first back-to-back 30-point games this year against Chicago and Houston. If he keeps improving at this rate, could be an all-NBA first-teamer before he's through.
Roberson, he's checked in for Victor Oladipo.